What is going on, you guys? My name is Alex, and I'm a 22-year-old trader attempting to master the stock market to potentially one day join the very few who make a living out of this. So I'm going to go over what a near perfect setup looks like, and I may even say a perfect setup looks like in terms of my strategy here. And the reason why I say it was perfect was simply because I got presented with the opportunity to add to a winner, and I don't really get that opportunity just simply because I need to see my setup occur consecutively 2 times in a row. First opportunity needs to emerge, which is right here, and then the second opportunity needs to emerge. So essentially looking for the same setup. It's already kind of rare enough for one setup to occur. I look at 30 different stocks every single day, and out of all those 30, just 2 of them are near my strategy, but even those 2 aren't even that good, to be honest. I had to be a little picky with my trading. I literally just only took like 1 trade last week, I think it was, or 2 trades, I don't even remember. Very minimal trading though. I probably take like 10-15 trades a month, which is a little bit, and for some of you guys, even for me, it's a little bit. So just letting you guys know how rare an opportunity like this is. Me adding to a trade is even more rare. So I got presented with 2 opportunities to add to this, to 2 winners. I'm currently holding them right now still, so there's still a lot of money to be made here and a lot more room to run. But even if we get a pullback, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I still captured a big move, and I'm still going to capture a big move. I'll probably get stopped out with the trade because I do have a trailing stop method. So worst scenario, we get to profit like a 1 and 2, risking 1,000 and then making 2,000 on this trade. That'll be the worst scenario, unless of course it does go against us super aggressively, which is probably not likely. So we're looking good right now, but that's not the point. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, and I don't really care. The point is that I really captured this move properly, and I did everything that I needed to be. So I'm gonna break that down and to maybe tell you guys how you guys could also make some money. That is no guarantee. The market is risky. You'll likely lose money. So there's the warning for you guys, but let's get into it. So we're looking at the Netflix stock, which is the 99% best, probably the best trade that I've taken this whole year, actually, just simply because I had the opportunity to add and everything was aligning. Literally the stars were aligning for me on this trade, and maybe it'll come down. And if you haven't noticed, yes, I am taking a short position. So the price has been coming down and we have been shorting. I am a swing trader. So what I'm looking at right now is the daily time frame, 2 years of progress here. But every candle represents 1 day worth of time on this chart right here. So if you haven't noticed, we do have a trend line, 2 trend lines actually. One of them is starting right here. So we got 1 touch point. You could say this is 2 touch points here. It's the second touch point, and then a third one over here. And then if you even look closer, we probably get a 4th one here, and then we get the nice little breakdown. So if you haven't noticed already as well, you have all the moving averages in your favor. So we're already coming down from a high over here, just creating new lows and lows, lower lows and higher lows as well. So the moving averages, we tried to move up a little bit, it fell, so we broke down the trend line. Really perfect setup right there. We entered. Let me zoom in for you guys a little bit. As a matter of fact, let me point out that we do have another proper trend line over here. So that's the second trend line that presented itself that made me want to add, or actually having to add. So let's zoom in a little bit. 1.5 years. Nice little breakdown. Again, all the moving averages, everything's in our favor. We have a downtrend right here from the highs. Moving averages are pointing down. You want the moving average to be pointing in your favor, obviously. And then we got a massive aggressive black candle. Just everything's perfect. So we went short right here. We took a short position right here and this black candle. And then a couple of days passed. We were just going sideways. We moved up, actually try to move up above the, the 20 period moving average. We failed to do so. We gapped down. That's actually when I took my second add right there. So I added on this black candle right here, and we just continued. We just been continuing. Today was a really aggressive red day for Netflix right here. We came down, we're continuing to come down, and so far we are up 2.8 thousand. So a really good day for us. And I do actually share these trades every single day before the market closes, because that's when I take my trade on the last 10 minutes of the day, and really the last so around 12:53, as you can see here, you'll get to see 12:51. You'll get to see me take a trade, and that'll give you guys like roughly 5 to 6 minutes, 7 minutes, some cases 8 minutes. Take the same trade that I take. So consider joining if you like. So we've been holding this trade for a really long time. If we take a look at our spreadsheet here, and this is really what you expect to be seen when you're trading, at least swing trading. At least I'm not really too familiar with any day trading strategies, but you should expect to be holding your winners a lot longer than you hold your losers. For example, this Netflix trade, we've been holding it since November 20th, so it's already December 8th today. So we've been holding it for over it's been 18 days. So that's a long time already, a long time of holding it, and it's paying off, to be quite frank with you guys. And we do have a lot of losers here, but I mean, if you look at them, they've all been under that, or roughly around 1,000. I mean, this one has been 1,700. You'll get those every now and then. Don't be surprised. You should expect to get those. Just be ready to close them and take your loss. But as you can see, this trade only lasted 1 day. This trade 8 days. I mean, it really doesn't go over 8 days, but minimum like 5 days on average probably. But these trades, this has been going on for 18 days. Another trade's been going on for 18 days. Walmart, another 18 days actually. So these three trades have been going on for 18 days, and what do you know, they're actually paying off well. If we look at our current positions, we have Netflix 2.8, DraftKings 1.5, Walmart 1.31, Spotify only 300. It was paying off well. Spotify was a big winner actually, but it went against us today, so that's not a good thing. But I mean, I'm ready to cut it if it proves to me that it doesn't want to go in my favor anymore. So this is the setup right here. We got a nice little breakdown, 4-point trend line that we broke below it. Nice setup. We entered, and then we presented ourselves with another opportunity to get in. So yet another trend line that broke, and we added to that trade, and now it's paying off. So it's that simple. In terms of taking profits, you could sell at these support levels over here, right around the 87 area, or even the 85 area if you really wanted to, or you could just trail your profits with either the moving average or another counter trend line over here. I'm not entirely sure yet what I'm going to use. It just depends on the price section and the market. That's really up to you, but use some discretion right there. But just be sure to take your profit. I mean, as soon as the price shows you that it doesn't want to go in your favor anymore. For example, if the price crosses the moving average, that's already a sign of weakness in terms of the sellers. If you're going short, again, just methods like that. And if you want to break down on my strategy, I do offer it here as well. I mean, this is really beautiful stuff that I'm offering here, and it's completely free. You should know that. And I only have 10 members here. Not much of these people are traders, to be honest. So it'll really be nice to have some traders here that'll actually watch my stuff. So that's Netflix right there. Really nice setup. I am trailing this with this trend line here, but I don't know if I should use this trend line because it's a little too far. I mean, if we move up tomorrow, I probably won't take my loss until we get it back above 105. So that's already giving back a lot of my gains. So I'll probably consider taking a profit on this if we go under like 92.5. That'd be a nice target right there. That'll be like a 1-to-3 risk reward ratio. But that's Netflix right there. Let's go over the other setup here that we were actually talking about, which is Spotify is gonna be the next one on the list here. And again, another prime example here of what a near perfect setup looks like. To be honest, the Netflix one was probably more better than this one, but this is still a really good example here of a two touch point or two trend line breaks. I don't have the old trend line here for some reason, but let me just put it down for you guys. All right, so we have one touch point here, and then a second one here, and then a third one, and then we got the break here. Let's zoom in a little bit for you guys here though. So this is the 1 year time frame. Again, this is the daily time frame as well, so every candle represents 1 year worth of time, and all this is pretty much a year's worth of time. So we got one touch point here, two touch points, and then a third one here, and then we finally got the aggressive break. And then remember, keep this in mind, you guys, because this is really valuable. All the moving averages are all pointing in our favor, except the 200 period moving average. It is pointing. It actually at this time it is pointing down, but at the time that we entered, it was kind of just starting to slope, so not really pointing in our direction. But that's the 200 period moving average. So that's a little bit for big for the whales, pretty much you could say, for people that are long-term investors right there. But we do have the 20 and the 50 period moving average, all of them pointing downward, and then we have the same similar trend here, downtrend. For the stock from the highs. So this is what you want to be seeing when you're a trend trader, at least. So we got a nice little break, and then we got a second break, which I think it was where was it? Let me see. Hold on. So this second break wasn't as powerful as the initial break here, but it still was a very valid break. As you can see, we have one touch point here and just a second one here, a slight third one with this small little candle right here, and then we got the break right there, and we jumped in. We decided to jump in because, well, we have all the moving averages in our favor, and we're also getting a second smaller break, though not the best, but it's still a good solid setup here, and I am trailing it. So here's a good opportunity to show you guys how the trailing stop method works that I use. So zooming in a little bit, you do see that we have a bunch of red lines. You're not gonna lie, but we have a small trend line here that you could easily see, I think. And as soon as the price crosses above that, we'll take our loss. And at this point, it'll probably be a break-even loss. Yeah, so we're only up like 295. So if it does go back above that line, it'll be a break-even trade. And I mean, to be honest, you should expect to see those every now and then. Not a big deal at all. Just be glad to have survived this whole ride right here. So with that being said, I'm going to go over the Walmart trade. The Walmart trade is a really exciting one. I didn't add to this one just because there was no opportunity that was presented, but look at this. It's just been beautiful. So nice little three touch point break right here. Aggressive white candle here. The following days, they were pretty black days, so there were negative days, black candles. But again, we did have the moving averages in our favor. They were kind of sloppy, not gonna lie. They're just going sideways. Price has been going sideways. It was a bit risky since we kind of do have a head and shoulders set up here. But I still decided to take this trade simply because it was an aggressive white candle. As you can see here, nice little break above this little structure here, and the next 2 days were black days, black candles, but then the following days just going up. As you can see, white candle, white candle, white candle, white, literally like eight consecutive candles. And then we got a reversal bar. I low-key should have exited out of this trade, but that's not what my strategy setup says. I'm not here to try to identify whether the candle is a bearish candle and then take my loss like that. I could factor that into my strategy, but I haven't. Maybe it is something that I could factor. So I don't have a hard stop loss at this point right now, but I could draw something similar to this. But the reason why I don't draw it is, well, I mean, you could tell me, look at this. It's too steep to even, I mean, maybe at this point I could, with this new candle that formed, I could use this current black candle as a stop loss. So any candle that closes below that, I probably would take my win at that point. But yeah, that's the Walmart trade. Really beautiful setup. I mean, it doesn't get any more beautiful than this. People say that the trades that cause you less pain are really the good ones, and then in this case, this has been one of those trades that really hasn't even caused me any pain for the fact that it hasn't really gone against me. DraftKings is another beautiful one that has caused me very little pain. As you can see here, we took a little 1.2 touch points, 3 touch point break, set up another aggressive white candle, and this one we did have the moving averages against us, except we were trading above the 20-period moving average, so that gave us some confidence aside from the aggressive white candle. The following days have just been green days, except for a couple of 2 black days here, 2 negative days. Today we picked up a little bit more volume. To be honest, this is one of the trades that I probably will have a price target being the 200 moving average here, right around the 38.19 area. I would want to just close my position there and call it good for that. And I do also have a trailing method here. If you haven't noticed, little red line right here, which I could use as well. Just depending on the price action and what the stock market does. But that's pretty much it, you guys. Those are the 4 trades that I'm currently holding right now. I've been holding it for a lot of days. Again, that's really when you want to be seen. You want to be cutting your losses quickly. There's an adage. I say this adage often, and it goes, sell your dogs and keep your dolls. So that's a Wall Street adage, essentially saying to sell the bad stocks and keep the good stocks. So I've been selling all these cheap stocks that haven't really been doing much for me, and I've been keeping the worthy ones here, and so far it's been Netflix, DraftKings, Walmart, Spotify, probably up like $6,000 right here in total. So last month I lost like 7%, which is not a lot. I mean, that's perfectly fine. I mean, show me someone that has lost only 6% in 10 trades. I mean, that's pretty hard to find if you ask me, especially nowadays. And sure, you will find a successful trader, but try doing that for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 100 trades, 200 trades. You probably won't find anyone, but 6%, I'm up right now, currently a little bit over 6%, and that's already making back the losses from last month. And this is only in the first week, so things are looking pretty good this week. Again, if you're interested in getting notified in the exact same trades that I take, please consider subscribing here or joining the server here. Completely free, again, no pressure at all whatsoever. So feel free to join. Again, I do have my full strategy breakdown, a quick little summary of my breakdown. I mean, here you go. It's completely free. You don't even need to join if you don't want to. But if you do want a more educational thing right here, I do offer an apprenticeship, which is completely free again. Why is it free? Well, I simply want to get better at teaching. I think that's something that I do want to do in the future more professionally. And right now, this is a good opportunity to do so, just to learn. Also build some reputation among the community. I know a lot of you guys are might be interested in something like this, and I think I'm the person to be a good teacher. I think. I don't know. You guys let me know. Just give it a try, and you'll see. I do offer a couple of things here, like the 30 stocks that I watch. So again, this is all pretty simple stuff that you can literally get off the internet, but this is just more condensed. More importantly, I do offer I do give guidance here. So if any of you guys join here, you have some questions, you literally just have to send me a message, and I'll text back with the best information that I could offer you guys. I don't have much experience, to be honest. I only have 6-7 years of trading here, but I still do have a lot of good information to offer you guys and guidance if you guys need to, and of course the apprenticeship here. If you're interested, go ahead and join. But that's going to be it for you guys. Hope you guys are having a good holidays, and make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and stay focused, you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.